The United Nations has been abusing the generosity of the USA and the American people for far too long. For years, the UN promoted an agenda of socialism and anti-democratic ideals throughout the world, ANBD even in the US. So, how can they be so audacious as to accuse Americans, or even our president, of being racist? The New York Times is reporting that President Trump is investigating avenues to reduce U.S. funding for and participation in the United Nations and other world organizations, and scaling back UN influence over American foreign policy. The first of the two draft orders, titled Auditing and Reducing U.S. Funding of International Organizations and obtained by the New York Times, calls for terminating funding for any United Nations agency or other international body that meets any one of several criteria. Those criteria include organizations that give full membership to the Palestinian Authority or Palestine Liberation Organization, or support programs that fund abortion or any activity that circumvents sanctions against Iran or North Korea. The draft order also calls for terminating funding for any organization that is controlled or substantially influenced by any state that sponsors terrorism or is blamed for the persecution of marginalized groups or any other systematic violation of human rights. The order calls for then enacting at least a 40% overall decrease in remaining United States funding toward international organizations. Why should the USA participate in an organization that continues to demonizes American culture, works at every turn to thwart our agenda in the world, and manipulates our leaders on the world stage? Why? We believe the time has come. The main reason for that optimism is that President Trump is the required agent of change. He truly believes in the America First principle, and he now has the power and the Congress to achieve this long-awaited change. Do you agree with cutting UN funding and scaling back UN influence over American foreign policy and culture? Share this video for others to see. Democrat Busters helped contribute to this report. It's News Exposed signing off.